Hey guys, this is Caleb again with DSLRvideoshooter.com. Today we're going to be looking at some stuff from Dinkum Systems. Two items in particular, two, not four, two. A shade, a lens shade, and a clamp mount. Now, these seem like really very simple pieces of tech, nothing heavily complicated, and you might be a little turned off by the price of each of these. Depending on what you're expecting. Like this clamp right here is around $40 and this is around $40 for this shade. But these are both really well made, and actually I was really surprised with how strong they were. So let's start with the clamp. This is a very flexible clamp at the very top. It has a 1/4 20 thread, a very strong clamp at the bottom. And just to kind of give you an idea, I did some work. I put my 70, which is a really heavy camera, on this thing and just clamp this to the side of my car, and it's really sturdy. So that's, you know, don't be turned off by the price. This is very well built, very strong, and it's so versatile. I mean, this thing right here is come in handy so many times. Not only can you put your camera on it, it's strong enough to do that, but you can also throw this on a light stand and put a flag on the end. Something I like to do is stick this on my tripod and put my H4n or a monitor on here. It's so annoying to have to deal with, you know, the male-to-male 1/4 20 monitor arms, because you have to have something to attach it to. Whereas with a clamp, you have infinite possibilities, you know, to really use that. The clamp is really well made. Actually, the first time you get it out and try to set it up, you might be really stressed to try to get that sucker clamped onto something. It's incredibly strong. The second thing is the shade here. And you know, I bought a matte box a long time ago, and to be honest, I really haven't used it that much. There's definitely situations where a matte box is super important. If you're doing a lot of filter work, that's very important. But in general, unless you have a really heavy-duty setup, it kind of slows you down. So unless you're doing with a lot of 4x4 filters, or if you're out in the desert a lot, it can be really cumbersome, especially if you're trying to switch out lenses and then you've got this heavy thing. You got to deal with the whole rod system now. Whereas this guy is fantastic. All it requires is the hot shoe. So I'm going to throw it on this camera here. Tighten it down. Has a very flexible arm, completely customizable. So a lot of the time you really only need to deflect or block a certain part of the lens, and that's where this is invaluable. Is, you know, you can get it in all kinds of positions, which is fantastic. It doesn't move around. Obviously, if I wouldn't leave this on a car mount, you know, with the wind. But this is going to give you a lot of flexibility, literally, to keep light out of your optics. So I encourage you to check out Dinkum Systems. I'll put a link on the website, so you can go over to DSLRvideoshooter.com to see more of what they have to offer. But these are just two very simple, very well made tools for whatever production you're on.